I'm a founder here in Dubai. Right now, missiles are flying, airports have been shutting down, and tens of thousands of people are leaving. You might be asking yourself the same question everyone is asking: should I stay or should I go? I didn't leave, and I want to tell you exactly why. Not because everything is fine, geopolitics is unpredictable, but because leaving might actually be the worst decision you can make for your business right now. Let me explain. When the war started on February 28th, capital started fleeing Dubai almost overnight. Wealthy investors moved money to Singapore. Tourism dropped by 60%. The real estate index lost 30% in 2 weeks. Flights were canceled, hotels emptied out, and yes, it was scary. But here's what most people missed. They panicked instead of thinking strategically. They saw the headlines, they felt the fear, and they made decisions based on emotion, not on what was actually good for their business. I've been in the business setup and corporate services industry in the UAE for over 3 years. Before that, I ran a business in India for 8 years. I've helped over 500 entrepreneurs navigate company formation, compliance, visas, and banking across the UAE. When the war hit, I had a simple choice: pack up and leave, or stay and serve the people who needed guidance the most. I stayed. And here's what I learned in these last few weeks. The businesses that suffer the most during a crisis are not the ones in the wrong location. They are the ones without a plan, the ones that panic, the ones that make reactive decisions based on fear instead of facts. The businesses that survive and actually come out stronger, they understand one thing: geopolitical shocks are temporary, your business fundamentals are not. So let me walk you through this properly. Point number 1, understand the difference between a pause and a collapse. Dubai's economy is structural. It's built on aviation, real estate, finance, and trade. The war didn't destroy any of that. It paused it. Even during the worst week, hotels were still operating, banks were open, government services continued. The UAE government holds fiscal reserves of over 180% of GDP. That means they have the financial muscle to keep this economy functioning through the crisis and rebuild fast when it ends. S&P Global just reaffirmed the UAE's AA credit rating. That's not a country on the verge of collapse. That's a country with deep pockets and a plan. So the real question isn't, will Dubai recover? It will. The real question is, can your business survive the pause? That's what you should be thinking about right now. Point number 2, be honest about who should actually consider leaving. Let me be direct. There are situations where relocating makes sense. If your business model depends entirely on physical foot traffic, tourism, events, or hospitality, and you're seeing a 60% drop with zero visibility on recovery, you need to think seriously about diversifying or temporarily relocating. If your entire customer base has left Dubai and isn't coming back, then you follow your customers. That's just business logic. But if you're a service provider, a consultant, a founder running a digital or knowledge-based business, a compliance or finance professional, geopolitical pauses don't kill your business. Panic does. Most of the people leaving Dubai right now are tourists and short-term residents. The entrepreneurs who understand Dubai's long-term value, many of them are staying, and some are even seeing this as an opportunity. Point number 3, the compliance and legal angle nobody talks about here, right? Here's something critical that most founders overlook when they think about leaving. Closing your business during a crisis can create penalties. If you pause operations incorrectly, your trade license might lapse. If you leave without notifying your free zone authority or maintaining your visa status, you could face fines, blacklisting, or lose your license entirely. If you relocate without proper tax planning, you might expose yourself to double taxation in your home country and the UAE. The founders who succeed during uncertainty are the ones who maintain their compliance, keep their operations technically alive even if revenue is slow, and make calculated moves, not panicked ones. This is exactly the kind of work I do every day, helping businesses stay compliant, stay protected, and stay ready for recovery. Point number 4, here's what I actually did when the war started. I didn't panic. I did 3 things. First, I reached out to every existing client personally, not to sell anything, just to ask, are you okay? What do you need? How can I help? That one move built more trust and loyalty than any marketing campaign I've ever run. Second, I repositioned my services. Instead of pushing new company formations, which obviously slowed down, I shifted to crisis advisory, license maintenance, compliance protection, visa status guidance, bookkeeping continuity, services that businesses desperately need during a pause. Third, I started planning for the long game. I know Dubai will recover. I'm building systems right now, content, consulting, partnerships that will work during the crisis and accelerate when things normalize. Point number 5, the strategic decision framework. Here's what every founder should ask themselves right now. 5 questions. 1, is your business location dependent or service dependent? If it's service-based or digital, geopolitics is noise. It's uncomfortable, but it doesn't destroy your model. If it's location dependent, like retail or hospitality, you need a backup plan. 2, do you have enough cash reserves to survive a 3 to 6 month slowdown? If yes, stay and serve. Use this time to build. If no, that's not a war problem. That's a business structure problem you need to fix regardless. 3, is your business legally and tax compliant? If yes, you're protected. If no, a crisis will expose every gap. Get it fixed now before regulators start paying closer attention. 4, can you pivot your revenue model during the pause? Most service businesses can. The question is whether you're willing to adapt. 5, are you making this decision based on fear or based on strategy? Be brutally honest with yourself, because the founders who make emotional decisions during a crisis almost always regret them 6 months later. So here's what I'm doing for the next 6 months. I'm maintaining compliance for businesses that want to stay operational in the UAE. I'm offering advisory for founders who are unsure whether to stay, leave, or restructure. I'm building a second income stream through content and consulting so that my business is never dependent on a single revenue source again. And I'm preparing for multiple scenarios, not betting on a single outcome. And that's the difference between surviving and thriving. If you're a founder in Dubai, in the Middle East, or anywhere in the world facing uncertainty right now, and you want to talk through your specific situation and whether that's staying, leaving, protecting your business, or planning your next move, reach out. I help founders make calculated decisions, not panicked ones. Drop me a message on LinkedIn or email me at info@dm-uae.com. Let's have a real conversation. Stay sharp.